Welcome, once again, to the Neon Nightcast podcast. We're back. I'm
We're
Michael.
black. Oh, wait. Sorry, we're not.
Oh.
We're here, we're queer, but don't get used to it, because this is only an hour.
It was a week hiatus for vacation. I am Michael Thrax. I am joined by Garrett Zagri and Eric the Dr. Soybean.
Always a pleasure.
It is. Me and Garrett at least went on vacation. I guess he had a staycation, but I went.
Yeah, it was in Dallas, where I live. You guys came over to our apartment. We had 8 people in a very small 2-bedroom apartment,
Yeah.
but it saved on B&B costs. It brought the price of the vacation down quite a bit.
Yeah.
So,
No,
it was nice.
Yeah, it was a really good time. We just did nerd stuff, basically.
Yeah. See, the weird thing was, though, y'all were here for about a week, and, having 8 people in the apartment for a week, and then Gabe and Julie. Gabe was forced to go to the hospital due to a bug bite.
Yeah.
So it was just me by myself for like 3 days, and it was extremely lonely.
Yeah.
It was because you go from having 8 people here to just by yourself. It was.
Did he have an allergic reaction, though?
Yeah, he had a severe reaction to a bug bite. He had to take antibiotics, and
it turned into an infection, right?
But the infection doctor said it didn't look like an infection.
Wow.
Huh.
So
what kind of bug was it?
That we don't know. Because we went out to another friend. We went to his lake house. And yeah, apparently that's where it happened. We don't really know for sure where it happened, but that's the most likely place.
The only thing I can really think of is when we were at the beach, because I remember seeing little spiders everywhere, and my feet were getting bit by ants, just like standing at that picnic table. So I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe it was a brown recluse.
I don't think it was that.
I don't think so.
We would have noticed it, and he would have felt it.
Yeah, I feel like a brown recluse would have been more severe than that. Because, basically he just took antibiotics at the hospital, and was in the hospital for 3 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy, because there was a guy who I know, basically this chick I used to date, her family friend's son was living in his parents' basement, and this is in Toronto, so not a place that you'd think there'd be dangerous bugs or spiders. And he got a spider bite in his basement and didn't go to the hospital, and he wound up becoming he basically has lost the use of his legs because of it.
Yeah, I remember that. That's crazy.
Jesus. I feel like any urban area though is gonna have scary insects and do a lot of shit to you.
Yeah, I guess. Here, I guess you mostly just think of roaches, those dirty fucks. But
yeah, but roaches, aren't going to be super hazardous to your body.
That's what I mean, though.
When you really think of seeing bugs, you think of roaches or house centipedes.
Although one time I heard I live on the 20th floor, and I heard banging on my window at night. My cat was freaking out, and I looked out there, and there was a moth the size of a small bird running into the windows.
Huh.
All right.
Big old moth.
That's a pretty big moth you got to deal with, Eric. Did you kill it?
No, I just turned the light off, and then it fucked off because it was, the light was confusing it.
Yeah. So something, a couple things have happened in the week that we were gone, right? There was the volcano. Is there something?
In
Well,
Guatemala.
this is pretty recently.
I didn't really look that much into it. That's only why I sounded confused.
Yeah, so there's a volcano in Guatemala called Volcán de Fuego, which means volcano of fire.
Yeah.
Very original name.
Yeah.
Anyway, 25 people, including at least 3 children, are killed, nearly 300 injured as of Sunday, but they believe the death toll to be rising beyond that because a lot of the pyroclastic flows and ash hit surrounding areas. And I was actually listening to NPR today, and they were talking about it, and one of the people said that it was on Sunday, so it was like the day when everyone was out, like the market day, basically. So everyone was out, so it was kind of just an unfortunate time for the volcano to explode.
And on NPR, did they talk really low like this right into your ear about it?
Yes, they did, Eric.
Thanks.
Quite soothing.
Thanks for the Family Guy joke, Eric.
I think that's just the general NPR joke, though.
Yeah.
That's just, it's not a natural disaster that happens often, but
it's weird though, because Guatemala has like 32 or something volcanoes inside of it. It's like the size of New Hampshire, I think, is what NPR said.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of fucking volcanoes for a very small piece of land.
Yeah, I think after that I would just move, or like I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to tempt fate again, man.
I mean, a lot of these people, don't have money to move. Like, this is like their heritage home.
And also, you're talking
been here forever.
And also, you're talking to Garrett, who lives in Tornado Alley.
I used to live in Tornado Alley a lot worse, but yeah.
But like,
you said you used to live like up by the Oklahoma Panhandle, and that's
not
like the worst of the worst.
Like, I guess the volcano erupting isn't common, right? But I think seeing that happen, I'd be like, okay, I gotta get out of this place. Where, like, how many tornadoes have you seen in your life? Like 3?
That's a lot.
Yeah, but like, okay, I guess the death toll of these tornadoes aren't as high as this one volcano.
Tornadoes can be pretty fucking.
No, they can. They can. But Garrett's never seen. Have you ever seen an F5 that killed like thousands of people?
No.
So that's just my point.
Volcano exploding is pretty fucking rare too. Like, you don't hear about volcanoes exploding every other day, and it seems like.
But they have 31. They have 31 more volcanoes that could blow up.
I think the last
that 31 more can blow up, because most likely if one blows up, then I don't know about like pressures and crust pressure, like volcanic.
Well, also
pressure,
there's a lot of volcanoes
are less likely.
There's a lot of volcanoes that are dormant though, like they can't erupt.
You know, it reminds me, the movie Volcano. When I saw that as a kid, that movie scared the shit out of me more than any horror movie, because it was just
Twister.
Twister
was the same way for me. Twister fucking scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Twister scared me a little bit, and I was always scared of storms, but Twister and for some reason Mars Attacks were the two most movies that like stood out as a kid that like scared the shit out of me.
Mars Attacks scared you? It was so goofy.
I don't know why, it just did, but like Volcano is just like, I guess because it wasn't like a monster or something, it was like, it just seemed like that could actually happen.
Yeah.
Was that movie where the guy was in a subway train and he like picked somebody up and jumped into the lava and threw them to safety, and then he's slowly
like burning
melted?
up. Yeah. And like at the end they fight back with like cinder blocks and fire hoses.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's
Volcano.
Time to beat this lava back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the climax, right? They were like tired of this shit. They were like, I'm tired of this motherfucking lava in this motherfucking city.
Okay, so Samuel Jackson was in the movie?
No.
Yeah, I don't know why we're joking about this. This is a serious thing that's happening, guys.
It is a serious thing, and our hearts go out to all the victims and their families.
Yeah. It says 3,100 people have been evacuated, according to this Reuters article.
And for every time you tweet or post on Facebook or status signal in any way about how sore you are about it, one life will be saved. So
I
do your part.
literally the other day, I saw this thing. It was this girl I know from camp. She uploaded on Instagram some picture of a little girl in a hospital, and it was like, every time this is shared, she gets $1 towards her operation.
People still believe that shit.
But it's not.
Believe that if you
No,
post,
but like,
Facebook cannot interrupt. Facebook cannot use my personal shit, and if you post that on your Facebook, they think that's a
Okay, but
legally binding contract.
But there's a difference between liking that photo that said that, because maybe it's like an organization or something doing that. This is just like, she personally saved that picture and then re-uploaded it. It's like, how would they know that this person uploaded this picture?
Yeah, random thought 274 posted this on her Instagram. Time to
Eric, we're not allowed to say thought.
Yeah, that's a hate word.
We're gonna
Hate
get copyrights now.
Did that happen to PewDiePie?
Yeah, he was watching Twitch stream because in a video he was using that eye capture software so you can see where he's looking.
Yeah.
And he was watching. He asked basically his fans to send him stuff to look at, and it was a bunch of Twitch girls booby streamers.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, these thoughts." He called them thoughts, and one of them named Alinity got super mad and was like, "Can we copy strike PewDiePie? Let's copy strike." And PewDiePie, yeah, he went on it. That was all
but like
2 weeks ago.
I think there's a difference between saying the N-word and saying thought. Like, thought.
Well, obviously, you'd have to be a complete idiot.
Like, it's not like he called her like a bitch or a cunt or something.
The funny thing is, like, Alinity did say the N-word in one of her Twitch streams, but she's like, "Oh, it's okay. I'm like 10% black."
Oh my god. Oh. So she's a thought.
Yeah, so he called her a thought, and she got mad. So she tried to copy strike PewDiePie.
Hypocritical, stupid little bitch. Oh man, I'm sorry for my language.
I saw one of those titty streamers was trying to sell like her. She made a poll like, should I sell my my worn yoga pants? And like 80% of people voted no. And she was like, "Oh, it was just a question, you fucking incels." And it's
what?
Like, oh god, you're a piece of Yeah, they're incels because only 20% of them would buy her fucking ass crack smelling yoga pants.
Oh man, we talk about incels a lot, but like this is like the new. This is
the new insult for like any guy for any reason is now.
Yeah, so let's.
Girls are all thoughts and boys are all incels now.
Yeah, but okay, so let's call her. She's using hate speech. She's calling everyone incels. If we can't call them thoughts, they can't call us incels.
Oh no one's saying that you can't call them thoughts. Alinity just was offended by it, and I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people that are offended at being called an incel, except no one's just gonna make a fucking big deal of it.
Right, because people like who get called incels, I guess maybe in general, unless they actually are an incel, they probably have thicker skin.
Well,
so they're just like, whatever. You're
okay, but like incels are doing hate crimes and shit, where thoughts are it's just a word. It's just a funny meme word. So I think it is a little more insensitive to call someone an incel.
Yeah, I see your point there. That's true. I think of it like that.
I don't know. But let's lighten up the conversation with one of the most... what's the word I'm looking for? It's not really lighting up the conversations, because it's kind of a... well, Garrett, as you're the outsider in this conversation, let's talk about the rise and the fall of the angry video game nerd.
Yeah,
okay. Because it goes so down the rabbit hole and it gets so sad. But I'll let Eric tell the stories.
So basically, this guy, James Rolfe, who went to film school, and it's always been his ambition to be a filmmaker. His main interest was never acting. He wanted to be a writer and a director. So he, in the very early days of YouTube, actually even predating YouTube, he made a couple of videos where he made this character, the angry video game nerd, and he would just review old games that he thought were shitty in a funny way as this character. So he made like 3 of these videos and moved on to other projects. Then when YouTube started, this friend of his, Mike Matei, uploaded those videos to YouTube, and they started getting a crap ton of hits, because this is when, there was hardly anything on YouTube, and they were really the first people, I guess, to have this funny video game reviewing style, I guess you'd say, on YouTube anyways. So Mike Matei was basically like, look, this is getting a lot of hits, we can go somewhere with this, and basically he encouraged him to continue the character and make it a series. And now it's like 12 years later, and you can tell that James's his heart really isn't in it anymore.
Yeah.
He's basically just making the videos because I guess it's earning him and this Mike Matei guy a living. And there's been some stuff that's come out that I don't want to go too much into, because a lot of it's just rumors and speculation. But he's basically lost, what the theory is anyways, that there's some evidence for, is that he's basically lost complete creative control over the project, because somebody else technically owns the rights to the AVGN character.
Yeah.
I feel like he could create a new channel, and do something he's more interested in.
Well,
and just like cut ties with, and because I mean, if he's got like followers on Twitter and shit, like he could easily move into something else.
He's always kind of tried to do side projects that weren't related to AVGN at all, and they just don't get the views.
Well, and there was another thing. I guess you wanted me to bring this up because of the whole Bootsy thing.
Yeah.
But basically, so it's James, the AVGN, the guy Mike I mentioned, and for a while they had this other guy on their channel who was an old friend of theirs, or at least an old friend of James's, who would kind of like help them out and appear in some videos. This guy named Bootsy, and then all of a sudden he completely disappeared from the channel, and nobody really knows why. Like they never acknowledged or addressed it in any way. And then this other guy, Ryan, showed up, and people were like, who's this guy? Like, who is he and why is he here? So it's come out that basically this guy Ryan is the guy who technically owns the rights to all the AVGN stuff. And he basically was just like, no, you know what? I want to be in this channel, and I don't like this fucking Bootsy guy, so I'm replacing him. So imagine like if you created something and you wanted to get your friend involved in it, and then this guy was just like, no, he's gone. I'm going to be here instead.
I think I feel like AVGN made bad decisions by letting someone have this much creative control over his channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was. But what?
And it's unfortunate, but again, I feel like the only thing he can do if he's like not feeling this shit anymore is cut ties and do something.
Yeah. But
like
the thing that was big for me, well, he recently did Earthbound, a review on Earthbound, and I haven't really watched the stuff in a long time because it's just been so bad. But that review, even watching that, was just, it just wasn't the same. And I don't know if just my tastes have gone, or like there's just it's just, I just don't like him anymore. But it just didn't feel the same at all, and it just, you can really tell. But the thing that really, why I wanted to bring it up, was the story of them when they fired Bootsy. Eric?
Okay.
Do you remember? You told me where they sat him around and...
Oh yeah, there's this whole thing where James like said he was going to go to bat for him, and he left the room and went to talk to Mike and his wife, who's also involved in the channel. And then he apparently came back to Bootsy with like tears in his eyes and was like, sorry, I couldn't do anything.
And yeah, it's
I
just
don't know why I'm laughing, but
it's just
Because other people's misfortune is funny to you, Eric.
I just like there's just so much like drama and just like how could you really how can anyone still be into this? It's like if like
it's like
if we got big and somebody was like, "Hey, I really want to put money into you, you know, sign this contract." We did it. And then they were like, "We want that Garrett guy out of it." And there was just nothing we could do. Would I want to continue
Mike
on?
would be like, "See you later, bud."
Would I continue to want to do it? Like I don't. My heart and soul wouldn't be in it. And at the same time too, it's like he's been doing this character for like 15 years. Like he's probably just sick of it. And like we said before, he wants to do other stuff, but he can't because his name is just he is the angry video game nerd.
well, there was some moment in one of his more recent videos where I don't remember what it was, maybe you do, but he was reviewing a movie. And in the movie, this character was like, "Do you know what it's like to play a character and you're just like totally sick of it and doing it for the fans?" And he just like looked at the camera and he was like, "Yeah, believe me, I know." So like he's pretty much openly admitted that he fucking hates doing it.
It's like a joke, but like you can see like the cry for help in his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really sad, and the same kind of thing is going for another big reviewer, the Nostalgia
That guy
Critic.
with glasses, but that was more because like 14 people who worked for his channel released this like giant screed on Google Docs detailing, and most of it wasn't even about him. It was about, again, one of these
Wait, who is
nameless
this?
producers, Nostalgia Critic.
I thought you said fat guy with glasses, and he made me think of
No.
like that.
That
biggie,
guy with
biggie
glasses.
guy. Oh, okay.
But yeah, and in his case, it wasn't a lot about him. It was mostly about one of his producers and about how they were like unprofessional and screwed people out of money and blah blah blah, a bunch of shit like that. So
Yeah, I think he tried to quit years back, and basically I think he tried to do other stuff and people just didn't like it, and so he just went back to doing the Nostalgia Critic. But I remember when he was like, "I'm quitting. I've reviewed everything I wanted to review. There's nothing left." And then he came back, and I don't know. I go in and out of watching his stuff, and recently, right now, I'm out of it. I haven't watched his stuff in a long time, and yeah, it's just not the same, you know. And I think it's just like
I
they've
haven't
been.
watched it, so
I just. You can just kind of tell he's not into it anymore.
yeah.
you know what is the same as when it started?
What?
The Dame Tu Cosita challenge.
Okay, it's not even a.
It is. It's a challenge. You're
No, it's
supposed to
not.
make a. You're supposed to make a split screen video with the song going on while you dance like
But that's
the
not
alien.
like it's not like a challenge that going around social media. Like it's just like some people do that.
It's a 4chan. It's a 4 challenge. 4chan.
For challenge.
And I was trying to get you guys to do it while you were in Texas together because we could have put the alien in the middle, and then you guys like on the left and the right of it.
That's so
But
dumb.
they wouldn't do it.
Mike
That's
doesn't dance
that's so. But
because Mike's a loser.
like getting back, but no, like it's not a challenge. It's not like that like drink.
That's what they call it. If you Google
Ah.
Dame Tu Cosita challenge, that's what it says.
It's not like the ice bucket challenge.
By the way, that was
Mike
weird because the ice bucket challenge in a way was kind of cool because it was the only thing that like literally fucking everybody who was anybody did that.
Yeah.
Like the guy who owns WWE, Vince McMahon, did it, and he challenged Kermit the Frog, and then Kermit the Frog did it.
Yeah.
Like it was fucked.
I guess because it was for charity. That's why people were
Yeah.
more inclined to do it.
And then
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen got a bucket, and then just dumped out 10 grand. Is like, fuck that. I ain't jumping in no ice bath. I'm just gonna give him 10 grand.
Is that really what he did?
Yeah, that's what Charlie Sheen did. Like, he's like, I'm not dumping ice water, but I'll give you 10 grand.
the actor or the rapper?
Charlie Sheen is the rapper.
Right.
You dummy.
It's just they sound so similar.
They're not. Charlie Sheen and Charlie Sheen. And no one knows who Charlie Sheen is anyway.
I think some people do.
Like a very small, like compared to Charlie Sheen, no one knows who Charlie Sheen.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess that's
Charlie
true.
Sheen is just one man in like a decently popular band, but
Yeah.
Hollywood Undead is the band, by the way, if you're wondering. But yeah. Anyway, we're talking about ice baths and dumping ice on people.
There was another challenge, and I remember some of my friends did it because it was like mix like all this alcohol and then gross stuff together and then chug it and then like tag your friends. And I remember just watching them, and I was like,
why is that how is that a challenge?
it was a challenge. I forget what it was called.
What is it? That sounds disgusting.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess most challenges are disgusting.
it was really dumb. But anyways, let's continue onwards, shall we? You just finished. You and I guess, just finished watching.
See, I'm not sure we should even talk about this
Oh,
because I mean, Eric hasn't watched it. I kind of want Eric to be in conversation too.
I guess.
Okay.
What we're going to talk about is My Hero Academia, an anime that we've been watching
I have
recently.
no idea what that is.
Yeah, it's really good anime.
Are there cute girls in it?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they're 15.
Mount Lady,
Lady
is not 15.
Yeah, since neither is Midnight, but
Yeah. Who do you like more, Mount Lady or Midnight?
I want to say Midnight, but I don't know. I don't really care about either one of them, to be honest.
Yeah, they're just complete side characters. You know who I really do like is the main teacher, Eraserhead.
Oh yeah,
He's a really cool character.
Wow, Mount Lady looks pretty hot.
Yeah, she's
I just
great.
googled her.
She's great.
yeah. Look up Midnight, My Hero.
Midnight, my hero.
Well, did you like season 2 or one more?
I think I liked season 2 because Midoriya is getting more control on his powers, and it bothers
I like Mount Lady better.
bothers the fuck out of me that he has no control on his powers at all in like the first half. Oh fuck, goddamn, I can't speak. The first season and like half of the second, he has like no control.
Yeah.
Bothers the shit out of me.
I really like it. It just, to me, it just kind of promotes more of the selfless hero that he is, because he's like this kid and he's just destroying his own body to like save people.
Yeah, but again, he could be so much more.
My favorite character, and everyone doesn't like it, but
No, he's a piece of shit.
is Kichan, or whatever his name is.
Kachan.
Kachan. Bakugo.
Bakugo is his name, but Midoriya calls him Kachan because his name is like Ka something,
Something, yeah.
and he calls him Kachan.
He's like the asshole character, and he bullies the main character, but you can tell it's they really do. Have you seen that episode yet? Yeah, probably.
The one where they fought together?
Against each other or together?
Against together.
Uh,
They've also fought against each other.
yeah, the one where they fought All Might.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so you have seen that. So when he talks about them and he's like, they just don't know how to interact with each other anymore because of their past and their feelings towards each other. It's really just like, yeah, like, I think he isn't that big of an asshole. I don't think he really does want
No,
to
he's
be.
a total asshole. He's a piece of shit.
He just can't let it go. He can't. I think he just doesn't want to admit that he's like wrong, so he has to keep up this like persona of like being this asshole.
No, he's a fucking piece of shit. And
No, he's the
the
best
worst,
character.
one of the worst characters.
So Eric, he had to fight.
Because he's just outrageous. He just yells. That's all he knows how to do is fucking yell.
He had a fight against one of the female characters, and the entire stadium is like booing him, and they're like, "Oh, why are you going so hard? She's just a girl. You should go easy on her." And he was like, "Why? Like, I'm treating her as an equal. Like, what do you mean?"
Nah, he didn't say that.
Yeah, he did.
The announcer said that.
Oh, the announcer said that. Okay, and then I think that's another great thing about him is he wasn't very public about it, because when he's sitting down after the fight, he's like, "I had to go all out. Like, I had to, fight her seriously because she is strong." And I just thought that was a really cool moment.
He's a piece of shit.
My
He's
favorite.
such an asshole. There's no redeeming qualities to him.
You're just not looking deep enough, my friend.
Katsuki Bakugo, that's his name. He's a total just fucking asshole. Like he doesn't have any friends because he's an asshole. No one in the class likes him.
Red-haired guy really likes him.
Oh, Kirishima, but Kirishima's fucking stupid as shit too.
Oh, he's another one of my favorites.
Like, no, Kirishima's good. I like Kirishima.
He's a great character.
He's also like one of the dumb fucks. Like whenever they were doing the ranking on like the written exams, I think he was like 19th out of 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking dummy.
Anyway,
My favorites are the Tokoyami, the bird guy with the
Dark Shadow.
Dark Shadow, and Todoroki, the half and half ice and fire.
Yeah, I really like Ice and Fire guy. I like the main character, but he's not my favorite character. So Ice Fire guy, what's her name? Momo?
The one that I can create.
Eric, yeah, you look up.
Well, she's not. Her name is like no one calls her Momo.
I just don't know her. I don't know her long Japanese name. All their names.
Everyone calls her Yo-Yo Rizu. Yo-Yo Rizu.
All these people have like really Japanese names, and I call them things in my head. You know what I mean?
Creati, that's her hero name.
How would anyone else know that though?
Well, I don't say them out loud. Like her. Eric, just Google image Momo.
I gave him the link. So go to that link I gave you, and
Class 1A.
Yeah, go to the bottom where it says students.
I just want him to see her.
Okay.
She's waifu in that show.
And then click on Momo.
Where I don't see her. Oh.
Down. She's like the last one.
Let's see this thing.
And then there's a couple of pictures of her.
Yeah, she's all right. Maybe I'd like her if I knew her personality more.
You just need to Google
there's
image search her.
Yeah, you might want to Google image search. Her costume is very revealing.
Oh, okay.
Why
does one guy have no head?
That's
she's a girl.
She's a girl, and she's just invisible.
Yeah.
And what's with that fucking ew?
With who? What do you say
That,
you
like,
to?
That like pink deer thing.
Oh, I don't know why she looks like that, but her power is
I don't know why either.
acid.
But she's really, yeah. I like
she's
her
a good
quite
character.
bit,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, she's a good character.
What's the one?
Because in the first season, whenever the fancy French guy, every time he was trying to say something, she would just like butt in and be like,
Yeah.
"No, let's talk about me."
Yeah.
It was great.
What are you gonna ask, Eric?
What's with the one that's like is that one like a doll? The one with like the red cheeks, because they always do that in animes when the
Number
five?
Yeah.
No, she's just a cute little girl.
Oh man, you're gonna have to put this link in there so they know.
Yeah, I'll put it in the
who we're
description.
talking about.
Another thing I really like about the show is a lot of them are side characters, like the tape guy, but like really,
that is a good costume for Momo.
Yeah, man. They all have like
Side boob.
They all have like their times to shine in the show, And
Yeah.
there are a few that kind of do really feel like side characters, but they all do feel really important. And I like that,
My
like
least
this whole class, I like all of them.
my least favorite, the one that I actually like the least, is not Bakugo.
Okay.
It's fucking Mineta, the grape guy. Pulls the things off his head.
He's a comic relief.
He's the fucking pervert of the class.
Yeah, he wants to
And
be
there
a
was
hero
one
to get
time-
girls.
Yeah, there was one time they were in the boys' locker room, and he's like, "Oh, look at this! There's a hole, and it goes right into the girls' locker room." And they're like, "No, you can't do that. That's criminal." And he's like, "The size of my Mineta, which is his name,
Yeah.
the size of my thing is criminal." That's what he said back. I just thought it was such a funny thing to say back, but God, I hate him so much.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah.
it's a good show.
It's a great show.
If you're an anime fan and you haven't gotten into it yet, you should watch it.
You should.
Especially if you like shows where every person has a different power. Like in Hunter, Gon has his rock, paper, scissors.
Killua
Naruto has his Killua has his electricity. Naruto has his like Thousand Fist Buddha Vista.
Is it a little bit slice of lifey?
Yeah, a little bit. It's in a high school.
Yeah, a little bit.
Another
Yeah.
thing I like about the show is, so there's all these story arcs that have happened, but they go by really quickly. Like, if this was an older Shonen Jump, like, they wouldn't be this far into the story yet. Like, the things that have happened so far would have been, like, double or three times the length. Like, fights.
I don't think that's necessarily true because, dude, a lot of animes only get like 1 or 2 seasons. So,
Well, I'm talking about Shonen Jump, so like One Piece and Dragon Ball Z, and all this stuff. Like in Naruto, like a lot of these fights would have been like 10 episodes with like 5 episodes of filler in between, where fights last an episode, maybe 2 max. And I really like it. I like how
it
it
does
just
move really quickly in the story. It is really nice because there's not a lot of filler. So you get to know the characters really quickly, and that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, was there any filler in anime or I guess anything? Was there any filler that any of you actually enjoyed?
Huh.
I can't say that there was because like whenever I think filler, I think of the 4 Dragon Ball Z episodes where Goku's fighting Frieza.
Yeah.
And Frieza's like, "No, you can't fight me yet. I'm not at 100%. I'm not 100%." And so for like 3 episodes, Frieza's just like powering to do like 100% perfect final form. And I'm just like, because they're just talking while fucking Namek is about to explode.
Yeah, I love how he blows up the core and he's like, this planet's gonna explode in like 20 minutes, and then it goes on for like an hour in Showtime.
Yeah, usually in Showtime it's like, you know, a couple hours will go by in 20 minutes, but that was the rare case where like I guess a minute of Showtime was supposed to be like 10 seconds or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So in One Piece, there was a story arc. It didn't last that long, but it was called a Foxy Pirate story arc or something. Apparently that wasn't in the manga, so it was filler, but it was. I really liked it. Sorry, I really liked it. It was one of my favorite parts of the show. I thought it was really cool. So that's filler.
And I know there was, I can't think of a specific example now, but I know in Dragon Ball there was some filler I enjoyed, but that's because I think he didn't catch up. Like the manga didn't catch up really to the show until it was like DBZ, and that's why DBZ had a lot of fucking filler. Whereas Dragon Ball, they didn't have to use as much filler, so a lot of it was shorter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like again, I know I've said this before 1,000 times on this channel, but I really feel like Dragon Ball is superior to Dragon Ball Z. Just the pacing is so much fucking better for one thing.
I
The
just
only
like Dragon Ball Z because that's what I grew up on. I like those characters more because
Yeah, but I mean, I grew up on DBZ too, but I went back to DB. But
I never watched Dragon Ball. Is the thing. Like, whenever I was growing up, the thing that was always on was Dragon Ball Z, and that's what I followed. Like, I never went back to watch Dragon Ball until like so much later.
I know Dragon Ball is a good show, but I don't know if I could go back and rewatch it.
what, Ball or Z or both?
I guess really both, for different reasons. Z because there's so much filler, and like that's basically it. And Dragon Ball because it's just different.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, you can never rewatch something too quickly. Like, let me put it this way. I feel like eventually I'll probably be able to rewatch Dragon Ball. And Z, I could see myself maybe rewatching like certain like blocks of episodes where like a lot of stuff is going on. But I don't think I could ever see myself going through like all 291 episodes of DBZ again, just because there is so much fucking filler.
See, I could. The way I went through Naruto was that I skipped all the filler, and I feel like I could watch Dragon Ball Z if I skipped all the filler.
I for sure I need to rewatch the Cell Saga because that's the one I remember the least, and that's like everyone's favorite.
The best one because Gohan hits his stride and fucks Cell up. Great. Even though Future Gohan made me so sad.
Yeah,
it was like one of the saddest
when he has that
I've
costume
ever
and stuff. Yeah.
Because he's just got that one arm.
Oh! You're talking about
Mike,
future
Gohan.
I'm thinking of
fucking
adult.
Great Saya, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of future Gohan.
Right.
And because then he sacrifices himself to save Trunks, and like he dies. He dies, and it's so fucking sad.
He's a dead man.
Yeah.
Poor little.
Great saga.
So let's switch. We have a little bit more time.
The Android saga, but
we have a little bit more time. Something pretty recently came up. The changes to the Miss American pageant.
Why'd you pick that one and not the other one?
What other one?
The FBI agent.
Oh, I literally don't. I don't even know what that is.
Okay. We can go. I want to go over both anyway.
Okay, so let's quickly do
anyway,
the pageant.
The pageant. So Miss America is no longer becoming a pageant, but it's now becoming a competition, and they're scrapping the swimsuit section.
Is it just the swimsuit, or is it everything to do with looks?
Just the swimsuit. Well, the Gretchen Carlson is like the head of it.
Yeah.
And fuck, I'm trying to read this really quickly. Yeah, they're just scrapping like the fuck. I don't know. Mike.
Honestly,
they're scrapping the swimsuit, but they're saying like yeah, they're not judging the candidates on their outward physical appearance.
Yeah, but okay, I don't watch pageants. I've never watched pageants. I don't know anyone who does watch pageants, so I don't know what the hell the audience for this shit is for.
Yeah.
But I mean, isn't that what a fucking pageant is? That's supposed to be a big part of it.
Now
is
it's not a pageant
judging on the
anymore.
looks.
Like the lady, the head of the Miss America organization straight up said, "We're not a pageant anymore. We're a competition." Turning into a competition.
I can get behind the changes, really.
I can too, but another thing that I saw on the Philip DeFranco show, because he covered this.
Okay.
I get a lot of my stories from the Philip DeFranco show, so just saying. Phil DeFranco covered this, and he had a video, not a video, a piece of text that one of the former Miss America contestants put out, and it basically said, I support Miss America.
Stop fiddling.
But I don't, I'm not excited about this change because it doesn't, because she thought that it promoted like eating well, exercise, and like taking care of yourself, basically. So she doesn't like the fact that that is now out of Miss America.
I guess
it's a very valid argument.
But
yeah,
they all have like really like model bodies, which I don't think really does come with just eating properly and exercising.
I think a lot of it comes with eating well and exercise.
You don't think any of them had like
faces?
Yeah,
I mean,
plastic surgery
faces,
and liposuction and stuff.
I mean, I don't know. These are pretty young people, so I don't think they would go that hard just for,
I don't know. I mean,
whenever they could get the same results by, you know, eating well and exercise.
I guess my ultimate thought on it is like it's their competition. They can do what they want with it. I think it's just another example of like this stupid like SJW-ness infecting everything, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to get too worked up about it because, like I said, I've never watched one of these things, and I can't even imagine
I'm not
wanting to watch one of these things. So
I'm not really like upset at all. Really, I just something to talk about, but I don't know if this is dumb, but just why not just kind of have like two separate competitions? Like don't.
Oh, they couldn't do that. There's a lot of money going into that.
Don't change the old one, but like have a new one that's more on the other stuff.
See, I don't. I feel like if you're gonna do that, you might as well just make a new organization altogether.
Yeah,
I
just the thing, though. You know what? Like, so they're judging. It's competitions now. It's like, okay, there's already dancing competitions. There's already singing competitions. There's already all kinds of sporting competitions. The thing that like separated them, I guess, was that it was a combination of things plus looks. So they're kind of like removing part of like what even half the fucking point of it was.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Where they got their most views wasn't actually even during the swimsuit section of the pageant.
Surprising.
It was during the talent section.
Okay.
So they're keeping the talent section, and they're basically just replacing the swimsuit section with I think they called it a talk or like a Q&A with the judges. An interaction with the judges, something like that.
I'm sure that'll be scintillating.
I think, I think.
Yeah, again, like none of us are gonna watch it.
Yeah.
Interesting for us to bring up and talk about.
I think it is a good step forward, but you know what? We'll see with the ratings of this next competition and see if people still care.
I think Eric's just mad because there's no longer going to be pictures posted on 4chan that he can just beat his meat to during Miss America pageants.
I don't feel again. I don't think I've ever seen anybody post a picture of a Miss America pageant. Like I don't think it's on anybody under 40's radar.
I'm sure you've seen pictures of Miss America pageant.
The only time I've ever seen anything.
Pageants.
The only time I've ever seen anything to do with the pageant is that time when that girl gave that really dumb answer that everybody made fun of.
Yeah, that's. I was just gonna say that's the only thing I've ever seen to do with Miss America, and.
Oh, and when Steve Harvey fucked up and announced the wrong winner.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh yeah, he was a complete sexist pig, right? Because he made a mistake.
Yeah, because he fucked up. People like wanted him crucified. It's like Jesus Christ.
He made a mistake.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Steve Harvey, but yeah, like he fucked up.
Oh, I know, but they acted like he should have been crucified. It was ridiculous.
But you know what they should get rid of, and maybe this will promote it, is child pageants.
You know what? It's so weird that America has that, because in most countries, like, they don't have that shit here.
Yeah.
In most countries, they don't have that shit. I don't know what.
They're really fucking creepy.
Jared, explain it to us.
And
like,
they're
why
really
do you guys...
disgusting.
I don't fucking
and
know.
These
I
people.
was never part of them. I agree with you guys. I don't think they should be a thing, but I guess. I don't fucking know. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be a thing. I'm just saying like.
I don't think they should be a thing.
The people involved should realize that these are fucking 4-year-olds and realize this is not fucking serious shit to be worried about.
It is just a disgusting mentality to have. Like, it's judging children on like their looks and stuff. Like, what the fuck? Why is it? Why?
Okay. There is children pageants in Canada. You fucks.
Is there?
I've
never even heard of one.
Yeah, they must be pretty like obscure. Like I've never heard of one.
There's one in Edmonton and Nova Scotia.
But are they beauty pageants or is it just talent pageants?
It says Miss All Canadian Pageant.
Huh.
Jesus.
Wow.
Just Googled it.
Color me shocked.
Well, let's just get rid of all of them because it's dumb. I guess it's not. I guess it's not.
You remember how?
I guess it's not.
Put an age restriction on
this show. Nobody can ever finish a thought. Like people must be like, I'm gonna watch this show, and it's like.
Well, okay. Okay, but like, no, but like, I really like. It's just like I guess like people have like competitions for like weightlifting and stuff, and I guess it's kind of like the same kind of thing, but like. It just seems so much wrong because it's not just on how their looks. It's their looks when they're all like done up with makeup and stuff, and it just like promotes such a wrong mentality, especially on children.
You remember how like 5 years ago, for some reason, dance moms became extremely popular, and that one brunette cunt with the really bitchy face was like everywhere, and they made like a Funko Pop and a bobblehead out of her.
No, I have no memory of what you're talking about.
And it's like she's just some broad trying to live vicariously through her kid and exploiting her for television entertainment. Why are you fellatiating this person?
In France, organizers of children's beauty pageants get this. They get something. They get a prize. A 2-year jail term and a fine of 30,000 euros.
Wow.
Wait.
France's National Assembly. Like,
so it's illegal, Mike.
Yeah.
Like you get in trouble if you try to do it.
Okay,
that's
so
actually
like
insane.
So it doesn't happen, or does it still happen?
Well, why would you do it if you were going to go to jail and have to pay $30,000?
It's just the way you worded it. It was like it's a thing that happened, and then like that's what they get, but they still do it, and I'm like, what?
It really weirds me out that
illegal, basically.
It really weirds me out that they happen in Canada though, because I've never seen
But-
one advertised. I've never heard
But when
anything
you-
about one.
But the ones that he said, like Edmonton being like
Nova Scotia,
those are very
Oh,
backwater areas of Canada.
no, you're being dumb. Maybe it's illegal in Ontario.
I thought
it could vary by
Newfoundland
province.
bad area. Bad.
They're not.
Not.
They're not bad areas. They're just not.
No, he's thinking of like if you go to like a part of Newfoundland that's not St. John's, the capital city, is fine. But I've known people who've done traveling in like the interior of Newfoundland, and they say it's still like 1987. That's what he means. But yeah.
Anyone else have anything to say on the beauty pageants?
I guess not. Just I don't think anyone on the Neon Nightcast podcast is for beauty pageants.
Yeah, I'm good without them, but
Yeah, it doesn't really.
I mean, adult beauty pageants perfectly fine. I don't give a fuck. You can have all you want.
I think
Yeah.
it still promotes a disgusting mindset, but yeah.
Well, that's why they took out the.
Says the guy who follows chicks on Instagram just to
For their
look at the
body.
fucking
Yeah.
shit
Wow.
they post. Like,
Come on, I still.
But again,
I
they're
still
adults,
think it's
they
a
can do what they want, right?
Yeah, they can do what they want, but I still think Instagram is a disgusting thing. I like looking at what I like looking at, but at the same time, it's like it's not good for people. It's not good for people, and they're
No, it's definitely not,
being
because it leads
obsessed
people,
with themselves.
it leads people who have like 500 followers to think they're like a professional model or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just
Do
ego
you
stroking.
remember that one Instagram model that got in an argument? It's just that this guy on Instagram had X amount of followers.
With the security guard.
Yeah, and he started the security
he was
guard.
like, "You're nothing. You're trash. I have like 1,000 followers. You're nothing."
So the security
It's like
Eric
VidCon or something.
Eric, the security guard's not letting this kid in, and the kid's like, "Do you know who I am? I'm this person on Instagram." And he's like, "I don't give a fuck. You don't get in." And he just starts making all these videos of being like,
kid just,
"Look
like,
at this
threw a tantrum.
fucking ugly asshole. Look at them. He's so ugly and pathetic." And instead of like everyone getting on this kid's side that I guess he thought, everyone was like, "Fuck this kid." And then the security guard ended up getting more followers than he ever had.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, Instagram is poisoning people's mind because you get little shits like that.
Yeah, they get a little bit famous and they think they're hot shit.
So let's talk about the FBI agent real quick.
All right, so I'm gonna post a link in this Discord. Watch that video. Watch that video while I.
Oh, I did hear about this.
Oh, you did?
He shoots himself in the leg, right?
He doesn't shoot himself. He shoots someone else in the leg.
Oh my god.
While the FBI agent was dancing.
The FBI is the one who shot the guy in the leg. Because he was dancing. He had his gun like stuffed into his belt on his backside. And he does like a fucking flip or some shit.
Oh, it's not playing.
Yeah, it's some stupid ad.
Oh, well, Mike, make sure your volume's off.
Yeah, no. Oh, there we go.
But anyway, yeah, so it falls out of his waistband. He goes to pick it up and accidentally fires it, and it hits someone in the leg.
Jesus fucking... What a moron.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I just saw it. Holy
Jesus.
shit. Oh my... Like,
Wow.
it looks so fake. Like the shit coming out of the gun.
Yeah, and then you just see him put it back in his pants. He just like walks away with his hands up, like, "Oh, I didn't do shit. That wasn't me."
Oh, maybe no one got hit. He just grabbed his gun way too quickly.
Yeah.
Wow, J. Edgar would have cracked his skull open for that.
He just walks away.
As far as the FBI agent's concerned, he did not lose his job. He might be facing criminal charges, though.
I hope
A lab
so.
is determining if their alcohol was a factor. I don't know why that even matters.
Well, because I think like, okay, let's say he wasn't drunk and the gun and it went off. He was picking it up. Like, having an accident isn't illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not illegal to have an accident.
He's an
But if the guy was
to discharge a weapon.
Yeah, but if it was an accident, I'm just saying from a legal standpoint, like, it's not illegal to have an accident. But if he was drunk, then you could say that, like, he was like intoxicated operating a firearm or some shit
I
like that.
I really think it's a difference between, like, if this was a dude and an FBI agent. The FBI agent
right. He
shouldn't have been doing a backflip with a gun in his fucking back pocket. And he should be trained to, like, pick that fucker up without fucking setting it off.
I don't know why.
Is there not... The safety was not on?
The safety, yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Like, most firearms have safeties these days.
I don't know. Maybe it falling disengage the safety, and
so hard to disengage a safety just by like falling like that. Like it's to disengage a safety is pretty fucking intentional.
So he is a moron, and
go off
he should get fired and I don't know, jail time, but definitely a fine. I'm sure the the person that got shot will be the FBI or the government should be like basically giving them a shit ton of money.
Yeah, well, who knows? This is something we can come back to you guys on, maybe, if we remember. Maybe not, though.
We are we are at an hour or so.
All right, well, perfect timing.
Yeah.
If you liked this, make sure to
Comment,
subscribe,
rate, subscribe.
comment,
Yo,
like,
hit that motherfucking bell icon.
and share with all of your friends
Yes,
because we
please
need
share.
the views, please.
I've quit my job and I am relying totally on YouTube.
Share it to your parents, share it to your friends, share it to your girlfriend. Like you
Got one.
You guys are so funny. Holy shit. This is the quality content you'll get when you
Next
share it with your...
time. Okay. Bye.
See ya.